So you want to be the FLOWMASTER? All right, stay tuned. Let's do this. All right. Welcome aboard, everybody. If you have not done so already, make sure and smash that like button. Hold on, I'll wait. Go ahead and do it. There you go. All right, let's continue on. So FLOWMASTER, what exactly is it? How is it related to AlgoBox? Is it inside of AlgoBox? Is it part of AlgoBox? Is it outside of AlgoBox? Couple of things. FLOWMASTER Pro is a visual tool. FLOWMASTER Audio is an audio tool. We are using visual components, things that you can see with your eyes, and we are going to use your ears to do both inside of the AlgoBox. Again, I'm going to tell you how this works. AlgoBox is our umbrella software package. FLOWMASTER is a component inside of it. Gold members get that included. Contact myself or Curtis, we'll get you squared. However, what exactly is FLOWMASTER? How to use it? We are going to show you that here tonight, off the cuff. Let's come down here and take a peek, and stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to show you guys one of our crew members who just recently kind of started with this within the last 3 weeks or so, just crushed $10,000 in micros. Yes, I said micros. 10,000 in micros, which is basically $100,000 in minis. Now again, the VIX is up right now, so but hang tight till the end. We'll get to some of that using FLOWMASTER a lot, by the way, so it ties right in to get into there. FLOWMASTER Audio, I want to talk about that one first, which is a little counterintuitive, but it is the newest member of our crew. You'll notice this over here. This is visually pretty much FLOWMASTER. What do we do with FLOWMASTER Audio? Okay, this is the audio box. You'll hear us call it audio box. There's some synonymous names with that, but to get to it, you need to be inside of our audio trade room floor, which means you must be in Discord and you need to have an earpiece. If you want to listen in, you can listen in for free. Okay, this is for anybody and everybody. It's just currently open to the public. Now, whether it's going to be that way all the time or not, we're not sure. So at the time of the watching of this video, if it's no longer free anymore, I'm sure there was a reason. But as long as we're not getting completely trolled on it all the time, or we're having too many distractions and whatnot, we're going to open this to the public so people can come and experience and see what it's all about. FLOWMASTER Audio is hearing the tape, hearing the big order flow coming into the market, size and speed coming into an area on the tape. You're going to hear it, and you're going to be able to tell the speed at which it's coming in as well. And that's something that's hard for me to describe. You really have to come in and experience it. If we hear something coming on the tape tonight, again, it's after hours, so we're not going to get a whole lot of movement, but if we do, I'll tune in and talk about it as we go through. In the last video, if you watched it, it's like in one of our little shorts, you also probably heard some of that in there. We heard the ticking in. There are two sounds. We know if the high sound is coming in, then we're moving up. A lower deep bass sound means we're kind of pushing down, and you'll get the tune and kind of understand how that works. But that is the FLOWMASTER audio piece. That's really all I can say about it at this point. Now, we can use it for things like filtering our trades. If I'm about to get into a long trade and I'm hearing in some high-pitched coming in, then I know I can continue into that position. Or when I'm looking for an entry, you'll hear me actually initiate positions off of when I start to hear those big sellers or big buyers or big sellers step into the tape. Boom, boom, I can initiate a position if I'm already looking for it, because I've got the other things already lined up, whether it is favorable direction, I've got timing, I've got FLOWMASTER cross, I've got a dot, etc. You guys know who've been part of it. But again, this is part of our package. Remember, we trade nothing alone, so this is adding to the stuff that we already do. All right, but this is people are looking into order flow. This, in my opinion, is the best way to use order flow. I think a lot of people just use order flow really wrong. It's a lot of guessing that I see out there. I've listened to a lot of people try to teach it, and in my opinion, they do a really bad job. Everything is context. The ones that tell you that context matters, that's the closest thing to getting order flow correct. AudioBox or AlgoBox does all of that work for you as far as context, and then when we hear the tape and we see the tape, we take advantage, and I'm going to show you how we do that with FLOWMASTER. So if you want to hear FLOWMASTER Audio, the audio box, what we call it in here, you'll need to head into the Algo floor. Got it? That's not something you install. So if you're looking for it, being like, I don't understand, I don't see it, it's not in my install, it's because it's not in your install. Okay, so part one, you need to be on the Algo floor, in the Algo floor. Got it? Everybody got that? Cool. Excellent. Now, let's look at the algos themselves. I'm going to pull down my dev box here. This is the one we actually pulled in the other night. There's that $400 trade that we took. I think it was just 2 nights ago. This is still connected, so let's take a peek here. Yeah, we've got two crosses right here to look at. So what is this right here? These we're kind of known for this with the FLOWMASTER. That is FLOWMASTER Cross Edition. Okay, FLOWMASTER crosses. We kind of use them as a crosshair. You know, pretty straightforward on that. Not really not much to teach outside of that. Crosses, and we also have bubbles. Okay, so those are white crosses. We have 3 levels. But here are the bubbles, okay? You can choose either one. In reality, in my opinion, you know, you can use either one. I like the crosses on the lowest time frame, and I use the bubbles on the higher time frames. That is just my personal preference. You can do as you please. But what we need to know is at these locations, do we have big order flow coming into those locations? So the bubbles look like circles, the crosses look like crosses, okay? Everybody got that? Awesome. Not too tough. Now, here is where it does get a little bit tricky, but here we go. So our crosshairs, we've got white, blue, and gold. These are the 3 levels that you need to know about. Now, let's see if I can just do my usual tools here for drawing this in. I'm going to do some labels, and let's do our labels in red here for us. So this one, large, medium, and small. Okay, that's it. That is it. This is the simplicity of our system. FLOWMASTER, the visual. Okay, you got that? Large, medium, small. Now, I'm going to teach you how we use each one of these. Right? Take a screenshot of this ugly mess right here. You got it? Got it. I don't think this is too tough. Now, of course, the correlation with that, we've got the circles for each one of these. I'm just going to do that right there. And, you know, bubbles. Gonna do a blue one. Yeah, and I can't draw white. That's why I went to draw the other with my other tool. Okay, so bubbles. Pretend this is white. Of course, Vinny. How professional. Why not? Okay, that's a white one. All right, so the bubbles, same thing. And they are different sizes. You'll actually be able to see these on the chart, but I want you to, you know, ahead of time, know, right? That's it. Large, medium, and small. Rich, look, I dumped all of the extra feature stuff and got you just exactly what you need to know for your trades. And you'll see that here in a minute as we get into those. Okay, so I'm gonna get our little terrible drawings out of the way, but there's the big ones. Now, those almost look like dots because we're so zoomed in here and I got them nice and fat, but there you go. You see little golden crosses? Okay. And then you see there's a nice little blue one right hiding in there, right? You see the blue one right there? And of course our gold ones, and there's our white ones. Now, the biggest things that we use most of the time in our room, you're gonna see us take action most of the time on whites, especially right now. The VIX has been up like crazy lately, so you know, no surprise that we are really active on the big whites. This is where we are initiating positions when we get the white stuff. We really don't initiate anything off of a blue or a gold. You got that? We're going to initiate positions off of a white flow, which means we got a beast set of speed and size, which are required for our position to start to move. And for us to even show you across, you got to have those 2 conditions as well as delta. So I forgot to mention that, but not going to get into that here tonight. Just know that it's important spot that we need to take note of or initiate position off of. Got it? All right. So if you see us all the time on our screenshots, you're like, well, it seems like every trade you take off is a white cross. Well, that's true. On our entry charts down here, down below, that is where we are most of the time initiating positions off of that lowest time frame once we've got our filters across. And yes, these can be applied on all chart time frames. Here they are on the MACV. This is a little bit, you know, a little bit of a mess in here. Normally we have this zoomed in and we are only looking for that last MACV filter that we care about for those. But yes, they do apply. You can see the bubbles that I've got set on my MACV if you are using the FLOWMASTER. Okay. So let's talk about how we use these. We're looking for the big white entries to be looking for. These can be either one. We can look for a pivot or a continuation, which it's like, oh, well, so you can use them for anything. Well, that's the problem with order flow. Context is everything. Okay, so we're going to show you some strategies tonight specifically on how and why to use those, but I want to talk about specifically how to use each one. We got our different our 3 different ones, but on the yellow, just know this, okay? Let's go to some typing. So for our golds, continuation. I cannot type with this in my way here. Continuation volume. Wow, you can barely read that, can you? Sorry. Continuation volume. Okay, so if I've got a position moving in my direction and I start seeing gold crosses come in, I'm riding that position. I'm going to ride that position until I see an opposing signal or a blue. Okay, why a blue? Because if I'm seeing a blue come up on my chart, I really should just clear this whole thing. Let's do it. Okay, so if I get a blue, okay, blue cross on the flow, what am I doing with that one? I'm looking for a small or a minor, we'll call it minor pullback. We'll call it reversal. Minor reversal at a cross. Okay, that is blue. Looking for a little minor turn. So what does that mean? That means if a position, P for price, pink here, okay, I might see a blue cross is typical in a little small spot like this. Okay, we're running up, and boom, I might see a blue cross come in like this. Somewhere in this area. So here, I might be looking like, okay, if I'm looking for a position and I want to take some off, right? There's different things I can do with this. I may want to take some off. Whoops. Charlie's nice tonight. Here we go. I may want to take some off right there if I'm riding into a position, knowing that I'm coming back in, or then down here, if I'm, make sure that I've already initiated a position here. So assuming that I've already got an entry going, okay, because I'm not going to really, blues, I ignore them unless I have a position on. Does that make sense? I initiate a position on a white, and blues, I am working a position if I'm working on a blue. Okay, so a blue might be a place that I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to take some off right here, and then I'm going to wait for another white cross to come in. And I wish I could draw in white. It's going to be all alternative. Red is going to be our white. Okay, so if I got a white down here, I would reinitiate and add to a position. However, if it's blue, I'm still good with that. I'll still add into a position. If I've already got an entry, I'll be adding back into a position. But a blue, I'm going to look for a minor reversal. Okay, that's what the blues are going to be typical of. Now, does that mean it always? No, but watch how many times you will see a blue right around a little minor, okay, it's enough order flow volume in that area that people are taking profits, that some positions are getting reinitiated, or you got retail traders stepping in. Oftentimes that's what that's looking for. Okay, so we're just trying to ride these positions like the algorithms that are already moving the markets are doing. So that's what's happening inside of one of these areas. Got that? Okay, so down here somewhere I should have had, a red, which is our white, to enter, minor, there. Got it? So for the yellows, so yellows are showing up. Where do I want to see yellows at? I like to see yellows as our position starts to work up. If I see one come in right here, I'm like, awesome, here we keep going. Awesome, keep going. All of a sudden, if I see a blue, what am I worried about? I'm like, uh-oh, I may get a little pullback right here, okay? I may want to take a few contracts off, then double into my position as my red comes in, right? So right down here, maybe I want to add back into a position. I see one of these come in, especially if I get a harmonic or some other reason. I'm just showing order flow here on this one for our FLOWMASTER. I'm not showing some of our other tools, but you guys know how to use those already, okay? Maybe adding to a position here. Now again, what else can I add in on if a position is riding like this? On my blue, right? So a blue or red to go. Now, oftentimes I might see some golds in here, but let's come back and focus on that gold, right? I'll see them kind of traversing here, but maybe there's nothing there, but I want to kind of see them showing up. If they're not showing up, I'm a little bit nervous, okay? Whoops. Because you want to see these in continuation plays. You want to see those golds keep progressing, because that means that that's continuation volume, okay? Think of those two words, continuation volume on gold. Got it? So what do we got? Continuations on the golds, minor reversals on blues, whites. We are trying to initiate positions, doing big things with those white entries. Okay, the white crosses. That's the big volume flow that we care about. That's the wake up signal. It's like, here we go. This is something. Got it? All right. Let's take a peek at... Now, again, these are on the left side of Discord. If you have not been into our room before, all these that say strat dash, okay, these are strategies, full strategy entries and targets and all that. You can learn all those and then go look. And of course, we talk about pictures worth 1,000 words. So we got lots of screenshots of those setups inside. Okay. All right. So what was this one here? We've got, let me see if I can open it a little bit bigger. Let me pause it as it starts to move. So these are little GIFs. If you don't know what a GIF is, it's a little short, kind of little mini video of targets and entries. Here we go. So white cross flow. This is an AC probe play. A little bit tricky here, but these are a little bit of a rare one. But if you have learned our pushing probe strategy, if I'm in an area and I'm looking for a continuation on a pushing probe, here I am using a white cross, right? There's our white cross for our initiation right here. Now, I want to get big into this position because this is where the big guys start to play and roll. Now, you can actually look down and see volume. Again, you can use the volume stuff down at the bottom, but there is something different about being able to see that order flow and volume coming in at a pinpoint entry location on your chart. And this is extremely helpful for us. It has been a game changer. You know, ask some folks in the room. I'll show you guys one of the testimonials that somebody put in today on just how, if you know what the term OP means from gaming, overpowered that the FLOWMASTER is. It is amazing. Okay, so we are doing a pushing probe here, using it as an initiation. This is not a turning point here on this one. This we're already looking for a continuation play. What's going to be my initiator? Right there. There's my white cross. We are going to enter in this position. Let's see how this one plays out. Longer AC. Phase pushing out to targets, farther to PRZ. Okay, so the phase of the PRZ here, we're getting lots of crosses coming in. I think we built up this position a little bit more, or we're still at 18. No, we might have taken some off there. I missed some of that. This is kind of a tough one to walk through. Let me just let this one play out. All right, anyhow, pushing probe, breaks through, pow, 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 up in the top, just showing how the white cross is going to be used on initiation on the pushing probe. Let's go and look at... what do we got here? HMD initial entry long. And we got a white cross there. And we add to the position on the white crosses. All right. So here we go. HMD. Right there. There's no white crosses. Okay. No white crosses. Just an HMD play. But I add to the position as the white crosses show up. Because that tells me, yes, I've got this trade. But now I want to build in and add to this position as the white crosses show up. And again, I walk through these in the audio room. So if you're haven't been in our audio room before, go and hang out with us there while we're doing this live. That is going to help you out immensely. Okay, HMD, moving up. There's the white cross. Now, white cross comes in and adds. I want to add to this position as I see this white cross show up. Okay, let's see if we do. Move it up. All right, so... adding to position here, I've built in, looks like I got up to 8 contracts. I was just tipping toe in the water. With 2 contracts, now I get my white crosses. I'm going to be adding to that position. Okay, you start to see the white crosses show up. That means we've got interest in this area. And what was my structure? I've got a bat and a butterfly combo right here in this PRZ. You guys know how to do that. I'm not going to teach PRZs here tonight, but you know how this works. We always need a structure. We've got harmonic structures plus our Fibelidot that we got, boom, plus our FLOWMASTER cross order flow. Are you joking me? Killer combo, combo kill. And there she goes all the way up into the PRZ. Target's filled, and that is a beauty. And FLOWMASTER is a beast. All right, what do we got here? Double cross PRZ entry. Let's see. That one's pretty obvious. All right, so pretty easy. We got our structure, right? What's our structure? Got a butterfly here. We got another one right here, just saying that this area is going to be hot for a long, right? Now, I still need something to give me the entry, though. What did we get for our entry? Those white crosses show up. I get double white crosses in this area. Yeah, this one gives a little bit of heat. This one was a little bit nerve-wracking. Again, we're not looking for some big targets. Why? Because we got shorts favorable here. So I'm only looking for target 1, target 2 on a play like this. But this is a nice little trap play, trap and move. And we've got an easy setup to show us. Now, it looks like I added, did I move and add here? Yes, I added 2 more to the position as another white cross showed up. I'm adding to that position. Target's right up above us. Added to position. Moving up, target 1 filled, boom, target 2 filled. There it is, right? So our initiation entries with the double cross inside the PRZ, added on the next white cross, boom, boom, pow, pow, targets filled. Nice play right there on that one. And again, I won't go through all these, but go and hang out in the room there. You can see a lot of these kind of setups like this. These are the GIFs that kind of move in the direction. You can see those play out. Or we've got a lot of setups like this that'll just kind of show you, right? This one is a static image, PRZ cross, green dot, added to position on the white cross, boom, up and move, right? What do we got here? This one was a short play. Yeah, had too many reasons to take it, couldn't pass it up. Okay, this must have been day when I'd probably said, okay, I'm done and walk away. But no, we got the red PRZ coming in, red PRZ coming in up here. We've got the cross flow that tells us, yep, we can go ahead and take this, and we take it down for about 12 ticks, which is going to be our standard target right now for that one. Here we go, one more. And what do we got? So combo, a little bit difficult here, right? MACV, I'm sorry, Algomatrix is a lot of red here. We also have red here. So what am I looking for? I'm only getting target 1 and 2 here. I'm not trying to get some big trade here. But again, we live on targets 1 and 2. The big targets and the extras, that's what we call bonus, right? That's our extra. But what do we get? Big white cross down at the bottom tells us, yep, we get a bunch of people that are trying to get hung up right there. Shows us that the trap is in play. Boom, little break of that PRZ down below. No surprise. Why? Because we got all red up here. We've got shorts favorable. Yep. So if we're going to take a long trade here, well, that was a terrible arrow. We're going to take a long trade here. It's going to have to be just target 1, target 2. Get the entry down there on the cross. Boom, push it up. Targets 1, targets 2, coast to coast. The FLOWMASTER. We'll do some more in the future. If you guys have specific questions, pop those over into the Ask Vinny questions section. Up here on the left, we do have a section there where we'll answer questions in video format. But I want to show you guys what I told you. If you hung till the end, you can check out one of our newest members, JC, just came in and absolutely just doing a fantastic job. I can't say enough about JC coming in, doing a great job. He crushed 10K today. Micros, trading micros all morning. Now again, he did a little bit break of some of the rules, right? Like I tell you guys, look, trade 60 to 90 minutes. I believe he sat there all day, but this guy has he's got a work ethic and an energy that I'm just saying, I think he's outdoing me by a lot. And you don't see this in a lot of folks, but he hung in there. I think he traded the entire day today. Now look, the VIX is way up, so lots of opportunities. Right now, I think the VIX is like in the 40s or 50s. So, you know, a lot of trade opportunities are setting up. But look at this. He's just doing a great job of taking screenshots after he enters his trades. What was this one here? Oh, man, look at that beast. That is a nice drop. He pulled off of that one in on a, this is called a headshot. Red dot with a white cross on it. So he just absolutely crushed this one. But go back and watch today. Today is the 9th. Go back and look at some of these screenshots that he posted in. Here he's posting 2 time frames. I mean, the guy's just working overtime, showing his trades, getting it into his trade journal with his screenshots. Again, I talk about trade journaling, doing it visually with actual screenshots of trades. You know, there's nothing like chart time or taking screenshots of your charts. Extremely important. This is a nice one right here. He's got the exactly what we just talked about a minute ago. He's got the PRZs. He's got the white crosses taking a long side entry. He's got longs favorable. Why not? Beautiful trade setup, hitting his targets. He's got targets 1, 2, and 3 up above him. Nice job. Look at that job. Boom, up and in. Man, huge trade right there for him. But yes, that is amazing work from one of our newest members, JC. Curtis pulled down 35. I think I did 47 today. Not too bad. So come on and check out some of the rest of that stuff. Who's this one here? CG, what do we got? This one, is there a cross in here? Yes. Okay, so he's got multiple things going on right here. This is a power headshot. You see the cross in there, right? So we've got the order flow coming in. Bam. Which means we've caught trapped traders in this one, particularly with the context, and you'll learn about this a little bit later. But boom, they come in this location. We've got a headshot. We've got the cross near a blue dot. Are you joking me? Again, blue dot, most powerful dot that we have. Well, blue and pink, you know, they're the same depending on which side that you're on. But the most powerful dot, this is the power dot, long. Boom, 8 contracts. This thing is moving up. This is $1,000 and he hasn't even got to target 1 yet. Beautiful trade setup right here with that, and he's got all kinds of confluence going on. Lower time frame, look what he's got as well. Lower time frame, he's got double dot, green double dots, with one of them is bright green. Okay, you can see one. Remember our colors. So dark green, light green. This one is more powerful, and he's got the blue on the higher time frame. Holy shnikes, lots lined up right there. Just the video game, playing it up, targets filled. Well done. All right, folks, hope you got something out of that. FLOWMASTER, rocking it out. Take a peek at some of those. If you're not following me over there on Twitter, I do post some really cool ones. I think here's my favorite trade of the day today. Same thing, had a headshot off of this one. It's called a headshot plus the white cross with the FLOWMASTER. Yeah, there we go. Oh, over here. Okay, so we had a blue dot as well. This might have been the same trade that Curtis did. I didn't see what time of day that was. But we got blue dots over here on the left on the MACV time frame. Boom, lower time frame on the lowest entry. I've got the order flow telling me, yep, taking it. Blue, bam. I'm sorry, green. Boom, up and up. All right, folks. It is about that time. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis G, and the rest of the gang. I'm sending out the Big H Town. See ya.